Alrighty, let's continue our Pillars of Eternity, make progress. Sorry for the technical delay. Had a bit of an issue due to the past couple days. Power outages have been happening, computers have been shutting down, and been trying to get things ready in time for stream, but just had a bit of an issue with Streamlabs and game and stuff like that, so it is resolved. But I apologize for the extra minute I was away. I believe I turned in all the quests from... We went to Russet Lake, or whatever it's called. The western zone. We went to that. Finished all the quests there. And then came back and turned them in Stalwart. Now there's... To the north is the main story quest zone. We're going to go to the east to clean up more side quests from the eastern zone. Should be fun. As soon as it decides to finish loading, that is. First load is always the longest. The Berserker's the Berserker class, one of the new characters that you get in White March DLC. The Berserker class is pretty cool. Not a big fan of the monk yet, though. Okay. So we probably need to sleep while we're here, get a rest bonus. Then we will go to the east. Everything looks like it's working.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you?
I'd like a room. It's going pretty good. I just started.
Bear pelts on every bed.
How's it going with you, T-Bone? 2 dex, 2 might, 2 constitution, or 2 dex and 2 might. Oh. Well, money's not an object. We'll go for the big buff. Just streaming some Pillars of Eternity. Just got home from work not too long ago. Time to relax and stream and play some games. Azaro has arrived, offering to sell you Rebel's Call for 600 copper pans. What is Rebel's Call? A medium armor. Doesn't look overly good. Ah, cool. You have your entire party made up with people from your stream, right? I remember us talking about that, and that was a pretty cool idea. Okay, so we kinda... Let's head east. We're gonna go to... Where is it? Longwatch Falls, that's it. We did Russet Wood yesterday. So let's go to Longwatch Falls. I have some quests and some tasks for there. 6 hours to get there. That probably sounded awful over the mic. task updated to Thermal Pearl. Let me take a look at what updated on it. The Thermal Pearl. Find the hot springs near Longwatch Falls. Okay, so what I'm going to do is the same thing I do for every Fog of War zone. I'm going to try to stay along the outskirts, uncover the Fog of War on the outskirts, and then I'll work my way into the center. Let my logical brain handle uncovering the Fog of War logically. At least in my mind, it's logical. Oh, Wizard Druid Monk. This is one of those bind-on weapons. I may... Quarterstaff, two-handed, Wizard Druid Monk. My monk's unarmed, my wizard doesn't use quarterstaves, and neither does my druid. Oh well. That's unfortunate. Alright, combat.
Can't get out of here!
Let's go.
Paralyzed, no! I'd be concerned if these guys were in danger at this point.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright. This tower looks like it was carved from the stone of the cliff. The entrance is collapsed and sealed with ice, but you imagine that it commands an impressive view of the valley below. So there's obviously a way to get down there. I'm not really going to be able to do the outskirts and then the inside. It's kind of forcing me up. So what we'll do is we'll segment. If this is a ramp up to this side, we'll do this side first, and then we'll fill it in, and then we'll do the other side. We'll just cut it into pieces. Actually, let's do the Ice Beetle. Let's do a karate kick.
That's it.
Let's try that again. Karate kick.
Yeah.
This drink is actually blocking my viewpoint of some of these. I'll just set that down there for now.
Sure.
list. Okay, so yeah, cutting it off is definitely the way to go. Treat it as two sections, the right section and the left section.
That's it.
Let's see. Them and them. They can attack them. Okay. Let's... A lot of guys, but none of them are really dangerous for my characters at this point. I'm a little over-leveled for the DLC. Alright. I saw something happen. Some pop-ups. I don't know if it was quest related or it was in the middle of combat, so I missed some of it. I don't know. Tubes of stiff frozen mud rise from the ground and warm air buffets your face as you peer into them. You see shiny, jagged shards inside. Find the hot springs near Longwatch Falls. Find a thermal pearl. You peer into this pool. The water is perfectly clear, but you don't see anything of note. So no thermal pool there. More Lagufaith to kill.
Tell me.
That's it. Let's go.
Holy crap, the barbarian's taking a beating. Maybe I should heal her.
That's it. Sure.
Okay. So it looks like only that one pool was able to be looked into. But one of the pools up here has to have it.
That's so good.
Dang, she's taking a beating. He's paralyzed, so he can't even do anything anyways.
That's it. That's it. Lowe, Ixi, Ana.
They're snipers. If they focus fire your characters, they do some real damage. Or not snipers, the blowgun people. Deal 500 burn damage to enemies to unlock the next level. Alright. He's got spells, he could do that, that's not a problem.
Right. That's it.
It's funny how they die. You brush the cloak of steam away from this pool. You think you see, but no, it's just a bubble rolling up from the depths. The pool is empty. No thermal pearl in that one. Looking into the third pool, you see something round and iridescent resting on the bottom. Take it. You reach in, your flesh tingling in the warm water, and pull the sphere out. It's heavier than it looked, and its smooth, pearlescent surface shines as you turn it. You stick it into your pack. Alright, another quest done. Oh, and a book. Let's make sure it's not trapped. Yagdur's journal. Most of the few remaining pages are ruined with mud, but you can make out an entry near the end of the journal. Folkstag, woke up this morning, saw my toes had turned blue. Spent the last of my fuel warming them up, but it only took me an hour to start the campfire this time. How far I've come. I passed a village yesterday and thought about stopping. A warm bed and a proper meal would have been a treat after almost a week in these mountains. But I don't want to lose track of my soul twin. Not when I'm so close. I dreamed of the cave behind the waterfall last night. I think that's where I'll find him. I'm not sure what else it could mean, but I'd better. The next page is missing and the rest are unreadable. Interesting. Oh, I can level up Durance. Let's level him up. Not sure what the max level in this game is. I just don't know. Okay, Spell Mastery. A free use of that spell once per encounter. Prevent death for 25 seconds. Devotions of the Faithful. That might not be too bad. Helps my guys, hurts their guys. Immunity to Dazed and Confused for 25 seconds. That might be really helpful. Grants a single ally temporary immunity to blinded, confused, dazed, distracted, frightened, hobbled, prone, sickened, and stuck. That's not bad, but the problem is... what if it's my priest that gets hobbled, sickened, stuck? A free heal. Shining Beacon. Triumph of the Crusaders. That's pretty awesome. Every time, basically it's a friendly AoE. Every time my guys kill somebody, they get 248 endurance per kill. That can basically fill them up if they're low. I'm gonna go with that. I like that. Plus he gets other spells. Priest calls forth a beam of light that heals allies and burns enemies. Cool. Okay, so let's finish looking at this area. You feel someone nudge the small of your back. You turn around, no one's standing there, but you feel it again. Something is moving in your pack. You open your pack and hear a soft burbling sound. As you rummage through your belongings, something slick brushes your hand. It's a baby Lagafaith. It watches you with benign curiosity, eggshell fragments still stuck to its body. You're the first person it saw. It's gonna think it's you're its papa now. That little four-armed fish baby is your son. Eder beams. I couldn't be happier for you. Baby Glagfish added to inventory. I bet it's a pet. A few odds and ends lies scattered by the path. There appears to have been a struggle here, but the evidence is half buried under a thin blanket of snow. Wisps of essence hover in the chilly air. Inspect the area. An empty pack lies in the snow. It's been torn nearly in two. Also, muddy tracks churn the ground. It's difficult to discern their shape or number, but they appear to lead north. Reach out to the essence. The soul fragment plunges you into a memory. Your name is Yagdar. You've never been more than 20 miles from home, let alone to the White March, and yet you've been climbing steadily higher for a week now. The air is too thin, your clothes are too light, and you've barely got another 3 days worth of food with you. But you've never felt better. Because it's freedom, man. That's friggin' freedom. You've only had a handful of fainting spells since you began your journey. You've had as many in a single day before. But the dreams have been the best part. Despite the frozen rocky ground and the screeching winds, sleep has found you each night and brought you visions of majestic peaks wrapped in snow. The cold is but a sweet ache in your bones. And as you hike into the wind, you feel that ache spreading along with the certainty that you're getting closer to him, or her, your soul twin, a stranger whose soul mirrors your own, one of the few people in Eora who could understand the constant torment of a split soul, and the only person who could help you relieve it. Something approaches through the shroud of snow ahead. You feel a throbbing presence, like a heartbeat through linen, and you know. The vision ends abruptly. You find yourself staring at Yagdar's scattered belongings while his elation ebbs from your veins. As his essence fades from you, you feel his eagerness dissolve into disappointment, until all that remains is the emptiness of a meaningless death. His soul twin killed him. That is bullshit. Discover how Yagdar died. So is this a pet? Because right now, I've got this as a pet. It's a book. But I kind of miss not having a pet trailing me. I haven't even used this book because I don't remember how to do it. Oh, here's the abilities. I actually think I'm gonna shelve the book and bring out my little baby Lagafa.
Sure. Yeah.
There he is. See him trailing me? Okay, so it said north. So let's see if there's anything else up here. Find out how he died. Oh, there's something in Stalwart Village I have to do at some point, too. A cave behind a waterfall. So that's what I'm looking for. I don't think there's a waterfall up here, so maybe somewhere over here is the waterfall. But let's check and make sure. Yeah, there's no waterfall up here. So let's head into the right-hand section. Dang, she really did take a beating. Her health is like at half. But her half health is almost as much as everybody else's health. I'm not going to feel sorry for her then. She can wait to use a campfire.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Right.
This brazier looks large enough to have held a signal fire once. Nothing really good there. Let's go east first. We'll cut this large section in half. Okay, let's follow the water line down. We mean society, Paladin. Okay, let's be smart about this. You and you... Actually, hold on. You and you take on her. You and you take on her. You... Fireball time. We need fire damage. And you... Holy God, my guys are actually getting their asses kicked. Heal, damn you, heal. Oh shit, she's down.
Unite! Where? Ten rough.
Oh, no wonder I'm having such a tough time. There's a priest hiding away.
Lava.
Get the other priestess before you die. Let's do some healing.
Beyond. Seek.
That was a brutal fight. Here I was talking about the DLC being kind of easy-ish. That was a fight that was brutal. Nothing really good. Sandals. The sandals are probably okay. No wonder it was hard. It was a bounty. It was one of the bounty fights. Sweet. Got a bounty done. No wonder it was difficult. Let's look at these sandals. +2 unarmed damage. Oh, that's made for my monk. Sneak attack bonus? Yeah. Away with those. Enjoy your new sandals. Quest expires in 1 day. 25 experience, Celebrant's Gloves, Copper and average item. Expires in 25 hours. Since the end of the Saints' War, Deerwoodans have gathered at Evander Bridge to commemorate the sacrifice of the dozen who gave their lives to defeat Saint Waidwin. It has become customary for priests of Magrin leading the processional to sing a dirge to end the ceremony. This year, when the priest attempted to sing the dirge, his tongue swelled in his throat and he died painfully before the assembled crowd. When another priest attempted to sing the dirge a month later, he suffered the same fate. Some believe that the gods are to blame for the priest's deaths. Others suspect vengeful Red Sarens. Whoever is to blame, the priesthood of Magrin and the soldiers of Godhammer Citadel want them brought to justice. Okay, is anybody else out on a mission? It doesn't look that way, so we could send Kana, Herves, Sagani, or the Grieving Mother. Let's send Herves. Because if he dies, oh well, he sucks anyways. I don't like him. I know that's kind of merciless to say about your own party members, but I don't like him. He's melee, he doesn't do a lot of damage, and he folds like a paper tank. And he's not even tanking, it's just ancillary damage. Looks like the Berserker might end up taking a lot of damage. Which, you know, at first I was liking the Berserker and not liking the Monk, but now I think I'm flipping that around because the Monk seems to have a lot more survivability. Okay, time to cross the bridge. Oh wait, there was a entrance behind the waterfall, they said. Water trickles down glistening pillars and spears of ice. A few rocks peek out from between them. Let me go over here and see if there's a hidden entrance. Because they did specifically mention something hidden behind the waterfalls. It's probably up here, though. Let's just go over here. Probably going to use a campfire soon.
Let's go. Poison.
Just trying to get some fire damage for his weapon, for his belt.
The Baru beyond.
Take
And now my monks die. It's like suddenly nobody can take a hit. Did I take off their armor or something when I wasn't looking?
Let's go. Yeah.
All soulbound upgrades are completed. Okay. Okay, it definitely has to use a campfire now. Too many of my guys are low or in desperate straits health-wise. All the Baja Blast is gone. All I'm getting now is melted ice water. Luckily, I have other drinks. Okay.
Keep it quiet.
Yes?
Huh?
Oh, this is probably the entrance behind the waterfall down here. Maybe.
Keep it quiet.
Maybe not. Oh, here it is. Yeah, okay. So that, I have a quest in there, but we're not going in until we finish exploring the overworld map. Go up here first. Make sure there's nothing up here. See, it always pays to look.
And what does the flame reveal?
Make sure nothing's trapped.
Reveal.
Of course.
I'll have it in no time.
You cannot disarm the trap. Do you wish to trigger it? No. Come back. We'll have my tank trigger the trap.
Of course. That's not nice.
Yes. I don't know what that did, but it didn't seem to hurt overly much.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, pick the lock.
The work of a moment.
Sword, diamond, and camping supplies, which I just used one of. Alright. Water trickles down. We already read that. Okay, let's see what's up here. Obviously somebody's crying, so it's not going to be a good fight.
Let's go.
That's it!
Everybody's either stunned or...
Take
Yeah, Monk's gonna die again because I can't heal.
Duck.
This is getting.
Let. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go.
That's it!
Yeah. Let's go.
I don't know how I missed that in the midst of everybody. These panels have been worn smooth. In one, you could just detect the shape of a sword, and in another, the stocky body of a dwarf. You trace fading outline and shapes in these panels. It looks like there were once a sequence of reliefs, but the images have worn away. Okay, let's save our game, because I get the sneaking suspicion this is going to be a puzzle related to that sword. I don't want to kill my whole party and or what have you. Behind a frigid curtain of water is an alcove, its walls flecked with ice. In the middle you see a rough stone pedestal, also glazed with ice from the falls. A cruciform hilt and a tapered blade protrude from the pedestal. Judging from the size of the hilt and the apparent length of the blade, you infer that it is an estoc. Examine the area. The alcove and the stone pedestal are little more than dilapidated ruins. Ice pries cracks in the stone and coats the slick floor. The estoc, what little of it you could see, appears to be in better condition. Move in to pull the weapon from the stone, and I shall be King Arthur and rule over the lands of Britannia. Who will go? Tell Durrance to grab the weapon and pull it out. Durrance crosses under the falls, gasping beneath cold water. Shivering breaths echo in the small chamber. Patterns of falling water flicker across the blade as Durrance approaches it. Durrance grips the hilt. The hate, fear, and violence of a dozen mad, gibbering voices fills Durrance's mind. Durrance shudders through a wave of mental pain, struggling to hold the voices back. Grunts and cries of agony ring through the tiny space, but Durrance keeps a hold on the hilt and eventually regains a measure of focus. Yet, just as Durrance breathing steadies and the cacophony subsides, something pulls Durrance's arms forward. Suddenly, it looks as if Durrance is holding a heavy, painful burden. Durrance can probably pull the estoc free, but it will be taxing without careful effort. Inspect the blade. The blade is of a fine, sturdy steel. It seems odd that someone would have left it in this stone, but Durrance doesn't see anything remarkable about it other than its high quality. Intellect 11. Brace against the pedestal to pull the estoc out. Durance climbs on top of the pedestal and adopts a wide stance for better leverage. Draw the Istok from the stone. Become King Durance. After working at the Estok, Durance is able to pull it free without too much difficulty. Yet when Durance tries to release the weapon, it remains stuck in Durance's fingers. Something within the women grasps at Durance's soul, binding to it. Some kind of writing glows from the blade. Soulbound East Estok two-handed. Bound to Durance. Speed slow. Cannot be unequipped. Well, that kind of sucks considering he doesn't use two-handed swords. I just wanted him to try it for the intelligence. Decipher the first verse of the poem. This Estok has a smooth, sturdy blade that tapers to a needle-sharp point. The groans of a dozen tortured souls ring from the metal, binding the weapon to the hand of its wielder for so long as the curse persists. A few verses are etched along the blade. 'Tis a traitor's fate to sleep and never rest, whilst knowledge of his deed stays lodged within his breast. But earnest penance heals the sorrowful man, and worthy actions stay the executioner's hand. A new verse appeared when the blade was drawn from its pedestal. It reads, Seek the whirling agent made of copper, adra, stone. Awaken first your essence so that you may atone.
What?
Seek the whirling agent made of copper, adra, stone. Awaken first your essence so that you may atone. I have no idea what that means. Oh, this is disappointing. I would have rather have my guy have that.
Huh?
Well, I guess
Sure.
Durance is now a two-hand sword wielder. Congratulations, Durance. Okay, so we did the Hot Springs area, we did the Torn Pack, camp, and Dwarven Ruins. Let's head down to the waterfall. I'm really curious about it, though. A new verse appeared when the blade was drawn from its pedestal. It reads, Seek the whirling agent made of copper, adra, stone. What does agent mean? I mean, am I looking for like a sandstorm of copper, adra, stone? What is a whirling agent? Other than like a sandstorm or a tornado or something. Awaken first your essence so that you may atone. Dang it, I don't want to have to think. I spend all day at work thinking. When I get home, I'm tired. I just want to play. Don't make me think, game. It's not fair. Alright, into the cave we go. Maybe there's something in there related to this. Probably what I'll do is off stream I'll have the wife come in and read it and we'll talk it out a bit. Just because, you know, when I get home from work I'm so brain dead and tired and exhausted. I'm not really good at puzzles.
Keeping an eye out.
So maybe I'll have her look at it later. Oh, what's this? Bones stripped of flesh and gouged with tooth marks are piled beneath the snow. Oh, there's something. Ice blights. Oh, okay. Let's definitely save our game before we go near the big, scary ice dragon. Just in case things go poorly. The dragon turns its head to look at you. Its red eyes are clouded like dirty ice, and its sides heave with labored breaths. Frosty plumes jet between its teeth.
Leave. Now.
The only sound the dragon makes is a hoarse growl, but you hear it as clearly as if it were spoken language. The beast bares its teeth. I just want to look around.
I've no patience for trespassing vermin. Go, or I'll gnaw the living flesh from your bones.
It pulls its lips into a snarl. You see something femur-shaped stuck between its teeth. What's the problem exactly?
Consider it indigestion, and consider yourself lucky I've eaten.
A belch rumbles up from the dragon's throat and reverberates in the ice under your feet. Did you eat Yagdur, the young man by the road?
Was that the rodent's name? I only know that he tasted mealy and lean.
The dragon probes the leg bone with his tongue. He came looking for his soul twin. What did that have to do with you? Then why do you look injured? He didn't seem like much of an adversary. He came looking for his soul twin. What did that have to do with you? Let's go that route.
Centuries I've lived. I won't share my soul with some mewling youth.
Wait, you're his soul twin? Why did you kill him?
While he lived, his suffering became mine. And as he drew closer, his weakness infected my essence. I can never be strong while a soul twin of mine lives.
Zahoa frowns thoughtfully. I've always felt that if I had a soul twin, we would be good friends. I had not considered the advantages of being able to pummel them. I take it you've been through this before?
Since I was a worm, sudden fits of agony and terror would paralyze me. I was a prisoner to experiences that weren't mine.
The dragon's tail slowly coils and uncoils.
Eventually, I noticed something similar in my fellow hatchlings. I felt their cries and shrieks become mine as they nipped and flew at one another.
How did you become linked with your siblings?
I don't waste my time with the mysteries of souls, what sunders them and how the turning of the wheel apportions them. What matters is power, survival. I killed as many of the other hatchlings as I could. I felt their pain, but I also felt parts of their souls become mine.
Its slitted pupils widen at the memory.
I slaughtered and devoured, and the scent of blood drove my siblings into a frenzy. Our nest became a maelstrom of chaos as we fought, dying and feeding together. At last, only a handful of us were left. We were sickened by all we'd consumed and suffered.
The spines along its head flatten. What happened to the hatchlings that survived?
I eventually hunted down some of my missing siblings. Others returned to me in other skins and other lives, as that boy did.
Well, my guy is rational and stoic, so let's do the rational response. I understand you do what you must to survive.
Indeed.
Something churns noisily in the dragon's stomach.
As interesting as this conversation has been, I've had enough of it.
You'll gain nothing from my soul. Why don't you focus on your soul twins? It looks at you, still crunching and splintering the bone between its teeth. Finally, it swallows the jagged mess.
Perhaps you're right. Yet what will you offer me if I let you go?
As a watcher, I could sever your connection with your soul twins.
Lies! You would make me vulnerable. How foolish I was to nearly fall for your tricks!
The dragon hisses and recoils. What have you got to lose by trusting me? Oh, so we're fighting a dragon.
What?
My guys are getting annihilated. Jesus. He goes from half health to dead.
See if he's really dead.
Actually, he needs to res. Oh, he already resed. Oh. Okay, okay then. Heal quickly.
Yes.
Not them, because they're casting spells. And my healer's down again, so time to res him this time. Knock the dragon down, please. Stun the dragon, please. Anything. Please knock the dragon down. And he's dead again. Damn it. They're both dead. Okay. Oh, he just killed 3 of my guys. That's lovely. That is fucking lovely.
Better, ally. Missed.
Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, guys.
Hey.
Oh shit, now I'm in trouble.
Not now, Adair!
This guy's barely injured. Run away to fight another day.
You cannot venture forth while in combat.
Oh, I'm just dead then. Party's died. What do I do? As strong as my group is, it's a dragon. What do I do?
Right.
What?
What do I do here? The problem is...
Sure.
It doesn't help that I have tons of ads I have to deal with, too.
Aye? Indeed.
Leave now.
I just want to look around.
I've no patience for trespassing.
problem
Consider it
exactly?
indigestion. Was that the rodent's name? I killed him with one swipe of my claws, while he stared. But his soul shared a connection with mine. One that left me strained. Didn't I? While he lived, his suffering became mine. I can never be strong while Since I was a worm, eventually I noticed something similar in my... I don't waste my... I kill, I slaughter. At last, only a handful of us were left. Nor is it possible for most to feel the experiences of another so keen. I eventually hunted down some of my missing siblings. Others returned to me in other skins and other lives, as that boy did.
Could you have grown stronger by uniting with your soul twins?
Remaining fettered to them, hoping they never think to turn on me.
Something churns noisily in the dragon's stomach.
As interesting as this conversation has been, I've had enough of it. Perhaps you're... Yet what will you offer me if I let you go?
Let's try treasure because the Watcher line didn't work.
What use do I have for Kith trinkets if you can offer me nothing better?
Okay. Knock him down. Start attacking the ads. You work on the dragon with them. You prepare some fireballs and shit.
Yes.
Everybody stunned. I think that's what that is. Petrified. Sorry, not stunned. Petrified. Big bloody difference.
La Varu.
My tank's already dead. How can I do anything if my tank dies immediately? How are my other guys going to do anything?
Let's try that again.
And my wizard's down. Jesus, guys. The dragon's hard enough. Why are you throwing 5 million ads at me, too? That only helps if they were alive when you cast it. Let's do Resurrection on... Oh, my other guy is now dead too. And he was stunned, so he couldn't get his spell off. So what am I supposed to do here? Petrified, stuns, one shot in my tank. My DPS isn't going to have a chance. I don't know what to do. Maybe I can't do this yet. Maybe I need another level or two. Or who knows what. What? Why did they have to have these fights where you got your own... It's so frustrating when your own guys can't do anything because they're stunned, paralyzed, or what have you. What am I supposed to do? Can I cast spells ahead of time? No, see, I can't even cast most of these spells ahead of time. Fuck it. What do I have to lose at this point?
Arthek Worthen Roth.
Maybe I can lure it away.
Aye?
And just
La
make the
Varu.
ads come in later.
La
He just one-shot my entire party. What am I supposed to do about that? That's freaking ridiculous. I was doing good.
Bleeding.
Just die. I didn't do barely any damage to him. I'm just gonna leave the ice cave. There's nothing I could do. I mean, he one-shot my entire party with his breath. And I don't have the stats or something to continue a conversation in a way that isn't going to anger him and engage me in combat. That kind of shit annoys me. Automatic one-shots on the entire party is bullshit. Fucking bullshit. It's things like that that raise my frustration level and make me not want to play. But I've come this far. I will just ignore the ice cave. For now. I will... Why am I in combat?
Sure.
That was weird. Let me make a note. What zone am I in? Long Watch Falls. Long Watch Falls. Ice Cave. Dragon. Skip for now. Shit. One-shots the party. That way I know to come back here when I'm a little stronger or something. But I think that was the last thing to do. Is that the dragon I hear roaming around down there? I think it is. Wait. Why is there an ice troll here?
Take that!
I know I went here. Must have missed it, I guess. Yeah, he didn't... I mean, I'd understand maybe if he was focused on my healers or my DPS and one-shot one of them. But he literally one-shot my entire party with his breath attack. I mean, I can get the ads down, but by then the party's kind of annihilated, or the dragon's annihilated me by the time I get the ads down. So I'm not sure. I'll just come back later. I think you're supposed to do a conversation option to not necessarily weaken him, but you know, well, maybe weaken him or avoid the fight. Maybe you're not supposed to fight him, and that's why he's so tough. I don't know yet.
Let's go.
Yeah, the problem is that it doesn't take long to chew through the ads. It's just, it wouldn't be so bad if it was just the dragon. I don't think. If I just had to deal with the dragon, I think I could manage it. I would just have to space my guys out in a circle around him so he couldn't wipe out one character with the breath attack. What makes it difficult is the 50,000 ads they throw at you at the same time. But, you know, I should stop being a whiny bitch. Dragon fights are supposed to be hard. So I'll either get good or figure out another way of handling it.
That's it!
I just want to make progress on the quests. I don't want to get stuck for all night working on trying to beat that dragon. Well, the problem with paralyzing, though, is something like dragon level, and it says it if you highlight over them. Immune to stun, paralyze, fear, this, that, the other. They're immune to all your debuffs and stuff. Like, I tried using Eder to knock him down, and he didn't get knocked down once. And between the couple of attempts, I tried knocking him down like 5-6 times. He didn't get knocked down a single time. So he must be immune to prone as well. Alright, so I'm done here. Let's look at our quests real quick. Durgan's Battery. Yeah, screw you, his better half. I'm not going behind the cave in the waterfall again for a while. Let's see. There's a piece of Geralt's helm in Stalwart Village. Durgan's Battery. What exactly did the fisherman want? Let me go talk to the fisherman. And I can turn this in to Taildor. And turn this into the guy outside. So I got 2 quests to turn into Taildor. I hate tucking my tail between my legs and running away from a fight. I just don't want to pound my head against the wall all night working on that one dragon fight just to not be able to do it due to one-shots. There's got to be some conversation option to weaken him or something. There's got to be something I could do. I'll think on it some. All the other dragons I've kind of talked my way out of fighting. Okay, outside of Griff's Rest is Taildor, so he should be over here. I also need to keep a lookout for a helmet piece that's somewhere.
Hey there. Let me know if you need anything.
Thought you were cured. You mean you always look like that?
Yes, fine. Haha. I'm doing much better, actually, and everything seems to be working like it ought to, so thanks. Take care.
There's Taildor. Been keeping an eye on the town here. You, found anything out near Longwatch for me? He coughs into his hand. The Gleaming Society is no more. Plenty of folk will be happy to hear it. Last thing we need out here is another big war. Take this. The thermal pearl you saw was really a Lagaveth egg. He looks past you and sees the creature waddling through the snow. His jaw flaps silently for a few seconds. I've never seen one so small, but the little fellow looks downright tame. He scratches his head. How about I buy it from you? The performers that pass through would take an interest in something like this. He bends down to look at the squirming Lagaveth. Don't do it! No, I'm keeping him. Whatever you say, just watch your fingers when he gets big. I'm still looking for someone to take care of those dangerous folk roaming the area if you're up to it. I already did that. Very well. Okay, looks like Stronghold quest is done. The violent deaths of 2 Magranite priests at Arendar Bridge generated grief and outrage at Godhammer Citadel. It did not take long for Herivase to discover that radical Red Sarens were responsible. 2 wizards placed the curses that killed the priests, but they were backed by dozens of Red Saren veterans from the Saints' War. As the wizards had no interest in negotiating with Herivase or the Magranites, a battle erupted, much of it running over the same fields that saw combat during the war. In the end, the wizards were killed and the remaining Red Sarens were routed. The priests that had died in the initial attack were buried near the bridge, and the ceremonial gloves of the senior priests were given to Herivase in thanks. Spell defense, holy meditation, overseeing. Alright. Was there anything else? Doesn't look that way. Taxes collected, lost some money to bandits, earned even more. Okay. I'm supposed to talk to people about where the helmet piece might be. But who do I talk to? There's a campfire if I ever need one.
Got to speak up? My hearing ain't what... Did you say something, dear? Got to speak up?
She's not gonna have anything. Let me level up my characters. I've got a couple people that can level up. Won't make a difference in the dragon fight, I don't think, though. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do for that. That's gonna eat at me until I either do it or figure out a way to talk past it. Okay. Wait, what level is she now? I can't remember if it's a... Okay, they're going to be 15. I think 16 might be the level cap, but I'm not positive. So I want to make sure to use as many points as possible up. Not this level, but the next. I'm going to save this to try and get another point in athletics. Okay. She needs something that gets her more survivability. Exacts a final revenge when the barbarian's reduced to 0 endurance. Instant carnage, full attacks at everyone in range. That means you've lost your barbarian. I don't want to plan for failure. Planning for failure is failure. Cannot be flanked unless engaged by more than 3 enemies. That might be pretty good, even as a defensive measure. Protects them from being flanked, surrounded, which is what's killing her. One enemy's not a problem. It's when she gets surrounded and they focus fire her, she drops like a sack of freaking potatoes. That's only 1 per encounter. Yeah, let's go with 1 stands alone. That was loud. He needs more survivability as well. +1 damage reduction per wound. There we go. Bank it. So he gets tougher the more damage that's been done to him. And if he's getting damaged, that means he's getting focused on. So we're going to leave his points. Paladin abilities. That might not be too bad. Okay, so self-target 3.25 meter radius from the caster, 33 seconds. Does 6 raw damage. Does 25 to 38 burn damage to the enemy. Accuracy versus reflex, and does allied AoE +12. That's another heal damage. Let's go with that. That's a pretty good ability.
Yeah.
Okay, so... looking for somebody to talk to about the helmet piece. Fishery's closed for the night.
Not a sound.
I wonder if I can sneakily... Well, the helmet's not in any of these crates. I would have looked in the crates already. Hey, Tipsy Flipper. Thanks for the raid, man. How's it been going? Welcome, people from Tipsy Stream. I'm Ponzeric, and I am playing Pillars of Eternity. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Somebody's got to know about this stupid helmet piece that's somewhere in Stalwart.
I hope you've had some luck, and do take care with that device.
I take it Enigma chests are like a loot box of some kind, only for Smite. You know, say what you want about toxic DLC practices, season passes, whatever you want. I have issues with some of it, others I don't have issues with. But I like opening loot boxes. And I like opening loot boxes. I don't care if it's Overwatch or any other game. I like opening them. I won't pay for them, mind you. I'm too cheap to buy them. But I like opening them. It is kind of addicting opening a ton of loot boxes and seeing what you get. A little crestfallen when you get a duplicate or something, but I like opening loot boxes. It's fun, and it is addicting, which is probably why some people have an issue with it from a gambling, you know, saying you're preying on people's gambling, tendencies. Well, you know, that's why the game companies hire people, psychologists, social psychologists, to, you know, find out how to prey upon people's addictive personalities. I like opening loot boxes, and I am not sorry for it. Did you get anything, you know, exceptional out of the loot boxes that you were surprised by? I mean, free loot boxes are great no matter what. You know, opening them is its own reward. But, hey, that's sweet, man. Congratulations. Are they like skins, or are we talking like items that you can use in the actual game? I suppose that would be pay-to-win-esque. But Smite's free to play, so I don't see anything wrong with that. Especially if they give the same number of loot boxes to people. Maybe Yurdern has it. Cool, so kind of like how Overwatch handles it too. Oh, I found the person to talk to about the helm. Would you happen to possess an old helm, or a horn that looks like it's supposed to be attached to a helm? Yurdern opens a compartment in his wagon and pulls out a cracked horn partially wrapped in cloth. One of the villagers sold me this during a previous visit, he scowls. He said it came from some rare lake creature, and it was quite valuable. It's been dismissed as junk whenever I've tried to resell it. Yurdern pauses. Unless you know otherwise. How much I don't want to be honest, because then he's going to upcharge me. How much to take it off your hands? I'd like to make a profit for my trouble. 400 pans is the price? Done. Done and done. Oh, cool. So it's just... we like this Tipsy Flipper guy. Here, have some free loot boxes. That's cool, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, you know, sometimes, you know, you gotta get lucky. You gotta get, you know, things have to go your way, and you got some free loot boxes. Nothing wrong with that. No take backsies. No way. You know, the boxes are open. The stuff is, you know, taken from the loot boxes. You know, maybe if they came while the loot boxes were unopened, you know, and took them back. But once the boxes are open and the rewards are given, that's yours free and clear. The world fades and your vision blurs. When it returns, you find yourself in the icy waters of a bay, your body numb from the cold and your lungs burning from exertion. Nearby are Ardell and Bardwin. Both of them are swimming madly in an effort to pass you. On the distant shore await the other members of your tribe, and with them Alara, daughter of the chieftain. It is for her hand that the three of you are competing today. Give up, Garroth. Ardell passes you, and despite your best efforts, you can't quite catch up. You look around to see where Bardwin is, and it's by sheer chance that you catch sight of the sea serpent's head surging towards your group. As before, the world stops, the memories trail, lost without your guidance. Attack the serpent. Your fatigue falls away as you turn to face the serpent. It charges you, its jaws wide, its foot-long teeth flashing in the sunlight. At the last moment, you dodge to the side as its jaws snap shut. Your hair too slow, and one of the serpent's horns tears open your forearm to the bone. You grit your teeth against the sun pain and wrap your arms around the serpent's neck before it can turn around. It thrashes and rolls wildly, trying to throw you off. You hang on for dear life, weaker with every breath as your blood drains. You do the only thing you think of and jam your fist straight through the serpent's eye, burying your arm. All right, man. I had Taco Bell for dinner. I'm a sucker for Taco Bell. I don't care what anybody says. It's not Mexican food. I don't care. I love Taco Bell. The serpent whips around in agony and your grip slips. You tumble through the air as your consciousness fades. The race. How could I have forgotten the events of that day? I'm a 7-layer burrito kind of guy with Baja Blast. Garrod looks at his hands. I remember it now, but I feel no different yet. Please, you must find the last part of my helm. Okay, so...
Yeah.
Let me see what he has for sale again. I'm gonna start buying all epic stuff. Okay, so that's 17,700. Let's just buy it. Put it in the bank, or the stash. Not necessarily going to use it at the moment, but I want to be able to... +2 might, +2 constitution, -2 intellect, 2 resolve. Let's give that helm to him. I think somebody has a weak helm. Yeah, she has a weak helm. Let's give this to her. It's better. Oh, yeah, and he's stuck with his two-hand sword till I could figure out what the hell this means. Okay,
Yeah.
Let's look at the quest lines. Durgan's Battery, Gray Sleeper. I'm not going near that Ice Dragon Cave for a while. Not sure where this is yet. Durgan's Battery, Endgame Quests, Burial Isle, which I'm not going to because that's point of no return. That's a bounty fight in Durgan's Battery. What is this fisherman's penance? I have a task, but it doesn't say what he wants. Durgan's battery. One part of Geralt's helm, which is probably in Durgan's battery. So let me save, and I'm going to rest. Because I want it to be daytime, because I want to talk to that fisherman. Plus my guys are a little low on health. Might as well rest while I'm here. From now on, anytime I see an epic level of gear, especially... Sorry, I shook the camera. The whole table. Stupid gut. Anytime I see epic stuff, I'm going to start buying it. Especially belts, shoes, helms.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What top quality bear pelts on?
You know, before we go to Durgan's battery, I'm going to go to the Stronghold. For the sole reason I've accumulated some gear from Stronghold quests. Might as well go retrieve it. It might be good stuff. Might not be, but it might be good. Oh, I think that was the ice melting in my Baja Blast cup.
Scenic marches and campfire feasts. Like the good old days on the Valian front. You got any memories like that, Adair?
Well, let's see. Sometimes we'd march 2-3 days without sleep. Start seeing things that weren't there.
Nice thing about mercenary work is you can always quit.
Oh, that was weird. The talking audio got all weird. Stuttery. That was weird. There we go. Alright, let's
Last thing the Deerwood needs.
go retrieve what's been accumulated in my Stronghold chest. Run, 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 run. While I'm here, I'll probably go in the dungeon and talk to my prisoner, just to see what he has to say.
Welcome.
Let's see, does he have anything good? The answer is a big no, buddy. Let's check the chest. Okay, so there's 2 sets of gloves. And then a bunch of crafting material. And some money. So let's look at these gloves. Grants denial on kill. +5 all defenses for 20 seconds. Anger. Holy god, these things are badass. Concentration interrupt for 20 seconds. Instant. Oh, these are all on kill. -1 resolve for 20 seconds. +2. Okay, these are just absolutely badass. What are his gloves? +2 dex? Okay, those are getting swapped out. What are these? 10% chance to cast Holy Meditation when hit or critically hit. 10% ability area of effect. It sounds like a good... Well, one's on hit. Or critically hit. You know who'd this be good for? Her, because her melee is area of effect. I don't want to get of crit multiplier bonus, though. Get rid of that. Bonus melee damage from wounds. Minor spellbind, restore light. Oh, that's useless. Let's give it to Eder. So we got restore light endurance, 3 per rest. Does everybody have gloves? Yes. And we got of dex plus 2. Spell damage multiplier, accurate 2. Of okay, so none of these are better than what they have now. Alright.
Yeah.
Actually, let's talk to the steward. Okay, everything's fine. Let's go to the dungeon. Talk to our prisoner. Maybe free them if I'm feeling like a benevolent god.
Hail and well met.
Come to visit the dungeons? I have. I want to talk to the prisoner. Where are they kept? There he is. You can't seriously mean to lock me up. Nah, I'm gonna let him go. He did his time as an indentured servant slave. He paid a little bit of a price by being a prisoner for a while. Release Ilef. Right away, my lord. Okay. So I know there's another vendor here. Let me go look in the other buildings. I know I have other vendors. Ones that sell better gear. That's the barracks. That's the library. Maybe I could pick out some better items for my characters. I'm tempted to get rid of Durance now that he's stuck with that damn sword. He's not built. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. Just let it go. It doesn't matter. He doesn't have a weapon proficiency anyways, so it doesn't matter. I keep him around for the heals and the spells. Just let it go.
Last thing the Deerwood needs.
Let's go to the chapel, see if there's any stuff that gets sold in there. I doubt it. That's the back way to... I don't know. I just haven't looked in some of these buildings since I've upgraded my keep. Let it go, let it go. I know you don't want him using two-hand swords. Just let it go. Chapel priest. Let's see what he has to say.
Gods keep you.
Okay, so he sells scrolls. Who cares? I've got scrolls coming out of my butt.
I must...
This is the curio shop. Let's see what's in here.
Hail, traveler.
See what you have. Okay, that's just materials. I don't care about materials. I get enough materials via plane. I could always, if I ever run short, I could always come back and buy materials, but I don't care about materials. I get a ton of that just from my stronghold existing. That's the forum.
I must say, I'm impressed.
Artificer's Hall.
Good day to you.
He sells traps. I've got traps out the yin yang also.
I must say, I'm impressed.
And this is the craft hall. Let's see what's in here.
How do you do?
One can never be too prepared. Okay, so these are just magic level weapons. I'm looking for epic level stuff. Any epic level stuff? Nope. Think, part of me thinks, situations like that, Dragon Fight, maybe I'm a level under where I should be, but maybe also, while I have all epic weapons and armor, I don't have epic gloves, helms, rings, capes, whatever. So I think some of my level there, my gear level, has fallen behind some.
Zawa is ready. Very well.
Yeah.
Okay, can't actually go in the hedge maze. So it's got to be in Blight Hollow, where the rest of the vendors are at and stuff. Got to be in Blight Hollow. I don't want to beggar myself, though, by buying, all the epic level gear off of a merchant, so I gotta be careful. Be restrained in my purchases. Okay, there's nobody there. Let's check over here. Nobody here. I know there's more vendors than this, I'm sure. Maybe I was mistaken. I guess I was. I know where there's a couple other vendors out in the world I know where they're at. Yeah, these are just rooms. So there's no other vendors here. I looked at all the vendors then.
Last thing the Deerwood needs is another foreign colony.
Yeah, okay. Let me save my game. I've got to AFK just for a minute or two. I will be right back.
Anyone want to play dice?
Sorry about that.
Sound. We keep to ourselves.
Apologies for the absence. Let's get situated and let's head out. Hireling payday. 900 copper pans paid. Why am I stealthed? Down you go. New partial drink up. Okay. So our choices are basically head to Durgan's Battery. Do I want to I don't want to replace Durance. I don't want to replace these two because they have quests in the DLC areas. Can't replace the tank. Can't replace my character, so if I'm going to replace anybody, Aloth is it. I kind of miss having Kana here, because I could summon a Drake. I kind of miss Sagani. I don't really play with her, Vase, or Grieving Mother much, and these two are I just keep around for missions. I guess I'll stick with the priest. Or... oh, pardon me. The priest and the wizard for now. Let's go to Durgan's Battery. 1 day, 6 hours. Let's rock and roll. Rock and roll. Ganda, an Animancer, has arrived requesting a prisoner to conduct experiments on. She was nearly set upon by brigands. Well, that sucks. I just let a prisoner go. I'm not going to let an Animancer do experiments on a prisoner anyways. Now, screw her. Screw you Animancers. You Animancers have fucked so much shit up, it's unbelievable. Kind of ominous, the horn. I'm not sure if that's just the music of the area. Oh, the stag suddenly turned aggro.
That's it!
Look.
I wasn't going to kill the stags. I don't know why they went mad and attacked me. It was a poor move on their part. Why is there a man's hand
Step
in the snow?
lightly.
I can't interact with it. Okay. Let's head along the northern edge then. Ista's device makes a terrible screeching noise.
Shh.
Yeah, when it's something like this where it looks like it's going to force you up a path, I usually like to segment. Help! Somebody help me! Help, please, I'm down here. Standing on a narrow outcropping far below the edge of the chasm, a villager waves his arms frantically. The villager is well out of reach, and the uneven, slick surface of the chasm would prove difficult to climb by hand. Tie a rope around your waist and anchor it. Eder has a solid grasp of knots and steps forward to secure the line around your waist. The trapped man presses himself against the chasm wall. Please hurry, the ice is starting to crack. Looking down, you can see another, smaller ledge further up along the side of the chasm. It is close enough to jump to, but may not be able to support your weight. Climb down. You take firm hold of the rope and cautiously make your way down to the ledge. You hear an ominous crunch as the ice shifts somewhere below. The trapped man lets out an alarmed cry. Hurry! On the ledge, you have a moment to survey your surroundings. The trapped villager is almost directly beneath you, his frightened face turned up to watch your progress. Rappel from the ledge. You take a firm hold of your rope, give it a few tugs to ensure it's still held fast, and leap away from the ledge. You're making good distance when you find yourself swinging boots first towards what appears to be a thin sheet of ice. Your feet crash through and a cluster of icy shards come crashing down. You hear the villager yelp in alarm as he tries to move out of the way. As you tug yourself free of the small hole you've made in the icy wall, you feel the wind begin to pick up. The freezing gusts tug fiercely at your clothing, howling past you. Press on. The chill numbs your fingers, but you ignore the cold and press on, determined. Despite the wind whipping past you, you continue your slow descent. At last, you come to within arm's reach of the trapped villager. He reaches out towards you. You grab hold of the man and hoist him up. He wraps his arm around you, securing himself against your back. Sections of the ridge begin to crumble away into the darkness below. Passenger until you begin your ascent. With every upward movement, the man on your back cries out in pain. You can feel his grip on you loosening. Call out for help from your comrades. You see familiar faces peering over the side of the chasm and then moving away to pull at the rope. You keep a firm grip on the rope and find yourself pulled easily up to safety. Oh, thank you. I've been down there for so long. I thought I was done for. I'm heading back to town. Watch your step out here. That's it? That's all I get for all that? Well, the town is starving, I guess.
The stench. Even worse when dead.
Behind
Got him
us!
and bring him. Baragon spoke of this one. Let him be.
That's right. I made peace. There's a cave there. Don't want to go in said cave quite yet.
go. Right.
Okay, so it looks like it's time to head north. Probably gonna just follow the road and cut the sections into pieces here. Follow the north road. Earthel. Oh, this might be the bounty guy, which means it'll be a tough fight. A man stands on the middle of the road. Without lowering the blade that rests on his shoulder, he takes 2 steps forward, as if to speak for the group behind him. I was hoping for another gift bearer. They always carry surprises, and we love surprises. By we, of course, I mean me and this. The man taps the hilt of his sword. It'll be quick. Try to stay still. Okay, so these 2 can go after him. These 3... go after him, and I think he has a spell to basically take one of them out of action. Maybe it's not him, maybe it's Priest? No, it's, what's her face? It's, the Grieving Mother has that, so him, we will just do magic missiles. That's a wizard, that's a fighter, that's the name guy, rogue, fighter, priest. Okay, screw that. Everybody on the priest. Everybody on the priest. Priest, then wizard. And... now everybody on the wizard. Alright, now everybody on the people attacking my wizard here. Oh no, I get to try out that. This bounty fight was much easier in the previous one. I'm assuming it's a bounty fight. It struck me as a bounty fight, anyways. Not a bounty fight. Gift bearer notebook. A recurring signature in the pages of this notebook indicates that it belonged to someone named Ixley. The page contains an assortment of entries. Some notes list collections of items alongside their purported value. Other pages are scribbled with notes about the land. A map of the Russellwood marks an important body of water. Next to it, there are several underlined notes. They read, "Nautoclocal formalities first, of course, and she'll come up. Chala Mitchell, she's a good girl and likes to hear it before she swims down. Siklakwala, just make sure she likes the fish for a job well done. Exceptional. Ooh, a new two-handed greatsword. Don't mind if I do. Let's take a look at it. New grimoire for him. And everything else is crap.
You might find this interesting.
Okay, so let's take a look. This isn't a legendary tier, but it's a bind. Bind weapons means they get stronger. $25 to $30. It's almost the same damage. It's an exceptional, but it can't be enchanted either. 25% chance can't cast destroy vessels. 25% chance on hit or critical hit. I'm gonna use it. I like the Blade of the Endless Paths, but I want to use it. Bind Soul. Yes. Deal 200 damage to Spirit with St. Yrden's Redeemer to unlock the next level, or deal 1,000 damage to enemies in general. Alright. Nothing learnable in there.
Laying low.
Exceptional sword, small shield, and a campfire. Can't use the campfire yet, so we'll just leave that be. Some free money. Free money. So I've cut a path through here. Okay. The road continues climbing for a short distance before turning sharply down into the pass beyond, so I can't go past that. So let's work our way down. And over to here. We'll start working our way to the right of the road since we cut a swath up the middle. Lifting up a corner of the tarp reveals a jumble of rusted metal alongside the firewood. Houses I don't count like I do the caverns. Caverns can be little mini dungeons and stuff. A house, I'll go in a house as I come across it. Primal water, primal rock, potion of bullet against the ancient. Oh, that was a potion. I don't put potions in there. Let's see, who has this? He does. Any other potions? Potions? Hello? Potions? Nope, no other potions. Let's head inside.
I will walk unseen.
You might find this interesting.
The Recluse of the White March. So this is a quest I have. There's a trapdoor. Not gonna go there yet. The map depicts the peak of the mountain, with markers denoting altitude. Alright. Let's finish exploring. Oh, another trap. That's why it always pays to be cautious when you're inside. Any other traps? Doesn't look that way. Nice little experience bonus for every trap you disarm, too. Fruit. Don't mind if I do. Tasty treat. Scroll with twin stones. So we're ready to go on the trapdoor. Oh, where is it? Oh, I can't look at the map view from in there. It's been a while since I saved. Let's save. My OCD was starting to twitch. Haven't saved in a while. Better save, better save, better save. Okay, inside the trapdoor we go. Let's see what's inside. Could it be a temple of some sort? Does that intermission screen means it's a temple of some sort? A religious sect? Probably not. Just a random picture. Okay, let's make sure there's no hidden secret goodies, shinies, preciouses. Whoa, 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 whoa. Almost didn't catch that one in time.
What do you suppose that bally thing is?
Let's go.
Traps.
Let's try that again.
These guys are pretty beefy and tough. Oh, I just hit my keyboard and it shifted. I have to have my mouse pad and my keyboard lined up so that there's just a even gap between the mouse pad and keyboard. If that gap, something goes off, then something doesn't feel right. Start twitching.
Nice and slow. That's unusual.
And that is why you sneak when you're inside. Okay, let's go over here. A gelatinous green film has congealed along the bottom of this shattered machine. These crates hold innumerable discarded mechanical hinges, faceplates, and limbs. I wonder how much that counted. Okay, so that's regular damage. I figured those constructs may have been vessel, but apparently not. I'm not going in there quite yet. I want to finish exploring this area first. Uh-oh. Trap. Stop. Halt.
You should see this.
More experience. I hear more constructs.
The work of a...
Let's go!
I shall be discreet.
Grinding copper.
How may I help? These ones are in for a walloping!
Okay, you guys want to play? Let's friggin' play.
Let's go.
Let's just send a couple fireballs in, just so they'll have a good time. Have some more fireball fun, guys. Come on, shoot the fireball. You can do it.
It is no use.
Dude, be careful, there's a trap right there. Okay, so you guys attack this guy. You attack him. You guys attack him. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Be careful there, lady. And of course you walk over the trap, you fucking stupid idiot. I'm so careful to try and let them not trigger the trap, and what did they do? They triggered it anyways, before I could stop them.
Sure.
Oh, somebody leveled up. Let's see. Sword, Adra.
Keeping quiet.
My tank leveled up. So he's currently 14, he's going to 15, which means I could skip the points and hope to get enough for athletics next round. That could be good. 50% of damage taken converted to healing over time. I'm gonna need something to deal with that dragon. You know, I might do this, because that's 10 deflection for everybody. And it only is minus 10 accuracy for him. But let's look at the other abilities. Oh. So if they kill him, he automatically reses, his endurance is healed, and temporary bonuses. Okay, that's what we're going with, I think. Yeah, let's do once per encounter. So that'll save him from dying once. Let's, you know, against the tough fights like the dragons. Let's do it. The hulking contraption hums with power. Approaching within a few feet sets a peculiar buzzing in your teeth. They didn't tell me about the trap. Why didn't you guys warn me? An impressive assortment of wine bottles lines these shelves. Most appear to be Valiant vintages. Wine. Okay, let's go up the hallway first. Whoa, what are you running for? You're supposed to be sneaking.
Oh, and if I find something good, you can have half.
Well, that's obviously a fake wall. This platter's gone entirely untouched, leaving the tantalizing meal to the flies. There's obviously a switch somewhere. Ah, let's go ahead and campfire then. We will campfire, pick up the other campfire, keep our stack at 4, and continue on. Ooh, a note. I like notes. Experimental notes. This hastily written entry is dotted with blots of ink. I refuse to continue wasting my time with these stitchwork grotesqueries. What work is spent in granting the rotting corpses the feeblest spark of life is later tripled in repairs. Truly, they come apart at the seams. The sight of them in the corridors has come to disgust me. They hold nothing of the subject's vitality, intelligence, coordination. Only a brute obedience. Flesh has too gentle a grasp upon the essence. That much is clear. Little wonder the fools at Brackenbury were willing to pawn these sorry specimens off so cheaply. Maldicho, the stench. So it doesn't look like whatever opens this false wall, if it is in fact this bookcase, does not exist in this room. So let's go back and go this way. Unless I'm missing it, and my guys aren't picking it up with their stealth, stealthing. I really want to go in there. Yeah,
I wonder what this is.
There's enemies in there. Let's go ahead and save. And we also have a door over there that can be opened. Let's head in.
Tell me.
Okay, so let's do that. Let's knock them down once they get up. Let's stun them. Let's bash them. Let's strengthen my guys. And let's shoot a killing bolt that way. What happened? Why is everybody damaged so much? Okay, emergency time. Heal. 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 You're not in too bad a shape. Heal. You're also not in too bad a shape. Flames of Devotion, this dick. Okay, so they killed something over there. I think those creatures explode or something. They must explode or something when they're damaged. That's the only reason I could think why my guys took such great damage suddenly.
I will walk unseen.
Either that or I hit a trap. That's always a possibility too. Mannequin's head has been all but seared away by some unknown spell. The wood is warped and pitted through. Any trap on this thing?
I'll have it in no time. The work of a moment.
Mechanic of 2 mechanics plus 1 dex. That could be pretty good, but not for any of the guys I have. Lockpick. Money and a note. The discarded note reads, Madicho, 3 weeks of hard work gone, and a full articulated frame with them. These crude materials are more unstable than expected, though no less expensive. I will try a slower process. Ack. More electricity, perhaps. Along the bottom of the page, a scrawled addendum reads, Too much electricity will require more subjects. Okay. Let's go over here and see if there's anything more to do with this thing now.
Oh, and if I find something good, you can have half.
Maybe there's something with this thing over here. Or maybe it's in this door. Let's head towards here. See, a fight out in the open in Pillars of Eternity is a totally different thing from a fight in a confined room or corridor or something. Your own guys can block you. It just makes it harder. That, and if something, like you saw that last fight where the guy exploded, I'm assuming they exploded. I'm not sure what did all that damage to me. I assume the guys exploded at low health. It almost wiped out my party because they were so close together. Small rooms, corridors, hallways, just makes you a lot more susceptible to spells. Whereas out in the wilderness, you can spread your guys out more.
Right.
They're definitely exploding because my guys didn't touch them. Wait, maybe they're not exploding. "25% chance to cast destroy vessels on hit or critical hit." Could that be what's doing it? But why am I taking such a beating? Let me take a look at this. Let me just scroll up and take a look. Lockpicked. Unstable contract. Unstable contract activate. Unstable construct activates self-destruct. Self-destruct. Crits unstable construct for 39 slash damage. Interrupted unstable construct. Spell cast, self-destruct. So they are self-destructing, which is what's nearly killing me. That's what makes those guys tough in the confined space. I accidentally zoomed out. I'm not sure what the default is. Let me see if there's a way to... Game. Reset zoom. Shift plus minus. Okay, so that's the default. Okay. Let's go unbind it. I hate when I accidentally zoom in. I tend to prefer... default zoom levels, at least in CRPGs. So it bugged me that I accidentally zoomed in when I was trying to scroll something. I was trying to scroll the combat window, and that's when it scrolled my character. Okay.
Oh, and if I find something good, you can have half.
Oh, another note. Subject roster. Paper contains a loose list of apparent personages separated by dates. Gondandag, Longwatch Falls, Bandit. Mequin Stag, Imprima. Some Smuggler. Folkstag, Murderer, Nice Hair. Murderers always have nice hair. That's like a trademark of a murderer. Oh, he has nice hair. He's probably going to murder somebody someday. Ritzlandag, Idiot who tried to knife me. Under the list is a note in a different hand. D versus Devil. Just give me numbers. I heard the trap. I don't see it though. I should be far enough away. You attack him, you attack him. Oh, there's the trap. Okay. Let's lure this other guy back some away from the trap. Because I guarantee you my guys will walk into it due to the AI pathing.
Let's go.
Look how fast the Berserker runs, though. That's great. She really closes the distance fast. Oh wait, I'm not sneaking. viscous green liquid seeps from a crack in this glass tank. It exudes a strong chemical odor that is almost painful to inhale. Not seeing any more traps. Go disarm it. Spotted enemy, iron construct. Oh, there it is. Let's back up a little.
Whew, good thing I sold most of my jewelry.
Let's see how that's coming along. I'm sorry I keep checking. I'm just curious. I'm up to almost 400 out of 1,000. It doesn't take long to level those things up. Typically. Let's see how the belt's coming along. Because I remember Aloth's belt is like that. It levels up as you do certain types of damage or take damage or whatever. But the thing is, his was fire damage. Oh, he finished it because of all the fireballs I was throwing. Okay. I thought he did, but... Okay, let's head this way.
That's unusual.
Back up to 67. Okay, so this room is this way. These are probably smaller rooms. This may be the main room. Let's go back this way. There's obviously another fake passage over here.
Interesting.
And that's the way in. Run away, run away, run away. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Dang it. Sometimes the higher level traps, my guys. My big trap detector is Kana, who I don't have with me. Aloth is my second best.
And what does the
But
flame reveal?
sometimes some of the high level traps I just can't detect. Arranged from top to bottom, these boxes boast increasingly intricate locks. A few broken lockpicks lie discarded on the shelves. A scattered pile of mechanical finger point joints lies strewn across this desk.
Nice and quiet. I'll see what I can do.
Yes.
The work of a moment.
Lockpicks. Okay. Lockpicks. Money. More lockpicks.
I'll see what I can do. The work of a moment.
Iron skin, pry bar, lockpicks. Topaz. 10 deflection against range attacks, grants mirror damage, 3 per rest. Not sure if that's an upgrade for anybody or not. Not really an upgrade, okay. Does anybody have this type of potion? It doesn't look that way, so it can go on endurance.
Yeah.
Okay, so this room's been gutted. Let's go in here first. Obviously, there's guys walking around in there. I can hear them. They're steely joints and they're steely clodhoppers walking around, causing trouble. Wait, did I just save? I think I did.
I'll have it in no time.
Yes, pick the lock.
The work of a moment.
Broken construct. Ha! Your money or your life, friend. A tinny voice rises from within the chest of this headless machine. From time to time, a burst of sparks accompanies the rattling of its innards. Excuse me? Get a little lost, did we? There's a toll on these roads. 500 copper, or you'll have a new set of nostrils to breathe out of. The construct's arms twitch spasmodically at its sides. We're not on the road. Rational. I gotta do rational. My character is rational as well as stoic. And I may beat his riddle with my rational response. You really are lost. Tell you what, pay up and I'll point you to Log Home. That's a decent trade, isn't it? You're in a cell. Look around you. A philosopher, is it? All of us trapped within the cages of our own iniquity. I'll have none of that. There's a manic quality to the voice now, and you hear a harsh metallic whine from within the construct's frame. Just look at yourself. You're a broken machine. You use some very peculiar insults, I have to say. Even so, you'll regret those words. I can't have people saying I've gone soft, can I? The construct suddenly lists sideways, arms akimbo. Huh, that's odd. I swear I had my knife. I've always been very good with knives. Her voice takes on an edge of panic. Where are my hands? I don't have... Where am I? What is happening? There's a sudden harsh metallic squeal and the construct pulses with a fierce light as it lurches towards you. Okay, let's drag her out here in case there's traps in here.
Let's try that.
Self-destruct. As usual, it almost kills my guys. Oh, nothing special.
Nice and slow.
I was trying to give her a way out. I was trying to use logic and tricks.
You might find this interesting.
Boots. Grants Ray of Pain when hit by a critical hit. 1 per encounter. Foe target, 10 crush damage. Accuracy +5 versus reflex. Foe beam applies the same effect as foe target. That could be pretty neat. Plus 15 defense when disengaging. Let's give that to somebody and see. Because my boots situation is fairly weak on some of my characters. Not necessarily any of these guys, but let's take a look. Of Constitution 1. Reflex bonus 1. Unarmed strike, minor spellbind. Those are better. Speed. Sturdy. So, my boot situation is crap. But his are probably the worst. Constitution. That's 2 reflex. This is 1 constitution. +2 unarmed damage. +3 move speed. I think I'll actually give this to her. Move speed's just not that important. Plus, if she's faster than everybody else, she'll dart on ahead and get slaughtered when they focus on her because she's so much faster than anybody else. Okay, so the rest of my guys are in pretty good shape. So, let's head in here. Let's use a campfire first. A couple of my guys are a little low due to the self-destructs. Oh, I'm streaming past my usual time. Usually I stop at 9. Approximately, give or take. I'm just making such good progress. But I do have to work tomorrow, so I can't go too much longer. Okay. So let's see. I still have to figure out how to get in there. There's obviously a switch somewhere. Now we run away. Let's do a spell, shall we? Anybody who crosses this line is going to have a hard time.
Grab machine.
Hey, Bacon Bite, thanks for the raid, man. Welcome, viewers of Bacon Bite. My name is Pons Eric. I am playing Pillars of Eternity. What's his name from Austin Powers? Is it Dr. Evil? I've been doing good. How about you, man? I knew Mini-Me. I was trying to think, I know all the characters except his name. I thought it was Dr. Evil, but I wasn't 100%. Fat Bastard. That's him. Yeah, and Mini-Me. Got it. They don't make movies like Austin Powers anymore. I enjoyed every single one of them. Probably Goldfinger is my favorite, though. Was it Goldfinger? It was Goldfinger. Just something about the guy eating flaking skin. Disgusting, but it's so hilarious.
Let's.
This is getting nowhere.
Gold member, yeah. That was it. I was thinking Goldfinger. It's Gold member. I'm making progress in Pillars of Eternity. I'm in the DLC areas. A freaking shark with laser beams, man. Okay. This is the laboratory, so let's go all sneaky.
And if I find something good, you can have
Try
that.
not to run across any traps. Really, though, laser beams make anything better, including sharks. The lever seems to be locked in place for the moment. Okay. Let's go over here. We're not going to touch that yet because I'm not sure. I want to finish looking around the room first. Let's see the note. Hey, thank you for the follow, Matt. Appreciate it, man. She has outdone herself with this one, Balser, a common robber with some natural talent for cipher abilities. It has gone to his head. The Bazo believes he's the next Antonino, I think. In any case, the world will be well rid of him. Still, he has yielded promising results. His mind is almost perfectly intact. I might even have been able to determine whether there is a merit in the delusions about his soul lineage. But I made the foolish mistake of leaving the man's pistol on my work table. His essence is bound to the weapon, rather than the body I undertook to build for him. Even bodiless, this fool seeks to trouble me. I have sealed him within one of the tanks. I'll have to proof the machines against the free Roman experiments while I think of a solution. Until then, I suppose I must endure the company while I work. Why is Aloth full and can't accept anything? He shouldn't be full. Oh, he is. Oh, it's all the traps. I need to, like, consolidate traps or something. Well, these are both malignant count. I guess 3 is the max you could stack traps. Noxious burst trap, 3. 3 there, so we're all maxed out there. Give him that. Give some more traps away for others to use if they so choose. There's more consolidating I could do, but I don't like playing around in inventory too much. Dang it, why didn't you guys pick it up?
For the wheel!
Steady does it.
These high-level traps, my guys, just aren't good enough to detect. Tufts of hair are still stuck to the metal slats of this helmet. You spy dark smudges along the edges of the manacles. You hear a short series of clicks from around the corner. So that probably allowed me entrance to here, because this was obviously a fake room.
Huh?
Sparks crawl over the wires and plates of this machine, illuminating the innards with each burst of light. Okay. That allows into this room. I may just be in secret passage areas until I get the exit, which that maybe the exit is here behind this bookcase or something. I don't know. Something definitely clicked though. And that note said something about a gun with a soul inside a green vat. Do I get to keep the gun and use it? Okay, let's save before I start hitting these switches and checking this stuff out. Oh, there's Baelsar. Okay, you guys should be smart enough with AI pathfinding to go around. I shouldn't have to baby you. I am free, Galvino. I will eat your heart out, old man. You are free, but I'm gonna kill you now. Okay, dude, seriously, just go over here.
And if I find something good, you can have half.
Spirit residue. Ah, the gun. None of my characters here use guns, but still. I have characters that do use guns, just not in my party at the moment. Pretty nice. May not be as good as the other guns I have, but I'll keep it. Alright, so we've gotten all this explored. You guys better pick up on any traps, I swear to God. him back a bit. And now we turn to attack.
That's no.
Burning flesh construct. Let's just stun him to see if I can kill him before he explodes or anything. Apparently not. It's just karate kicking. Let's see. Let's just try and kill this guy quick before he can really hurt my party. Karate kick. Let's knock him down. Anything to interrupt him and maybe keep him from doing such great damage via self-destruct. Yeah, see, that worked just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nice and slow.
Let's see. Just kind of sneaky. Watch out for traps. Like that.
That's unusual.
At least they picked it up before I walked over it for a change. Sneaky. There's gonna be another trap soon. It's funny, this corridor's so empty. It usually makes me suspicious. Alright, what's behind door number 1, Alex? Let's not go in there. I want to see what's... Stop moving, please. Either that or go back.
I wonder what this is.
The narrow hallway forced my trap detecting guy way to the back, and they didn't detect it till he was on top of him. Okay, so I can't disarm that, so let's send my fighter forward to eat whatever's about to happen.
Alright then.
Not much. Okay. Okay, there's more enemies there. Yeah, I figured there was going to be.
Margren's fire casts light in
No, I
dark
fully expected
places.
something down here. Guess not. Let's see what's up here. No, there's at least one enemy. Let him come to me. Actually sneak up on him while his back is turned.
Let's go.
I don't see any other guys coming this way. Ooh, a new note. Crumpled experimental notes. This crumpled piece of parchment was found jammed inside the faceplate of a construct. My efforts to instill even a child's intelligence in these creations have all failed. Most cannot hold a quill, much less set thoughts to paper. I believed for some time that Subject 63 might have had a breakthrough during its lessons, but I discovered that it has simply been repeating my words without comprehension, like a parrot. They repeat your words, but they're really stupid as a box of rocks. These were not enlightened characters while they wore their original skins. Perhaps their essence lacks a fundamental capacity for learning. I've put them to the test in more martial arts, but here too they falter without the benefit of true sentience. The devil, of course, delights in mocking them. It is like boasting of besting children at combat. If only I had my old machines.
I'll see what's ahead.
So this leads to the library, which looks like a secret entrance, and that has proven to be true. Not an entrance, an exit, I guess. Secret found. Okay, so we got this door. We also got a path up here. Let's go to the path first. We're going to save the door for last. Because doors always hold special surprises. I'm sure. Let's see. There's that self-destruct. There's got to be something I could do to stop that.
Steady does it.
Okay. What is this? Oh, exceptional rapier. Make sure it's safe. Any traps? Hello, traps? No? Okay. Gonna trust you. Cell key. And a crappy bow. What is the cell key for? Well, there's the cell. Let's go take a look. Oh, no. That's stupid of me. There's a door right here to look at first. Might be a cell in there.
I will walk unseen.
Let's see. Oh, I want to check to see how close he is to leveling this up. 637 out of 1,000, 23 out of 200. Okay. All right, what's behind door number 2? Galvino. An elderly man hunches over a cluttered desk in the back of the workshop. His flesh is pulled tightly around thin, fragile-looking bones, except around his neck, where it hangs in loose waddles. He turns as you enter, a scowl already chiseled into his lined face.
Back again? I told you.
He hesitates, squinting at you from behind smudged and dusty spectacles.
Of course, a fresh fool to replace the last fools. What brings you stomping through my workshop, eh?
He draws his words out, looking you up and down. A sneer creeps across his face. Let's see. What were those? I have to go stoic. My character is stoic and rational, primarily, so let's go stoic.
Straight to business, no nonsense. We appreciate that, don't we?
He turns to the bronze golem over his shoulder.
Anything for a breather from your endless yammering.
The voice echoes from within the golem. Aye, I've got a fancy for this one already.
Hear that, Timora? Another who would tolerate your barbs and insults.
Wait, say nothing. Stoic.
But you come seeking the White Forge, like they all do. Boys with smooth cheeks and wild dreams. Girls with bright ribbons tied next to their scabbards.
His voice rises and falls with the sing-song of mockery.
Old men and women, too, seeking a final blaze of glory before they're snuffed out. for another turn at the wheel. Sound familiar?
His smile is rigid as he looks at you, and the corner of his eye twitches. Still have to go with the stoic option. My character is stoic and rational, so let's do
Verus, just another job to find the treasure of a civilization beneath an impenetrable keep. Gelarde, what a thrill your life must be. I have this conversation with every pig-headed swashbuckler those Postonagos and stalwarts send here. Go see Galvino, they say. Surely he'll help you.
it. He doesn't sound very helpful. He sounds like a bitter old man just waiting to die.
Must have slipped their minds what a busy and important fellow you are.
In the silence that follows, the temperature in the room seems to drop. Galvino glares at her.
They should have let them stone you. Would have silenced your endless rattling forever.
The hanging folds of skin beneath his neck tremble.
Then you'd have naught but those frostbitten inbreds for company.
I guess this is what it'd be like if Aloth and Isilmir were two separate people. Isilmir is a spirit or a soul within Aloth. Just in case anybody who's watching wasn't here for that part of the Pillars of Eternity story. Aloth has two conflicting souls within him. Aloth's soul, and then Isilmir, who's a little more brash, and also female. Come now, I sound nothing like either of them. Not overly diplomatic or cruel. So let's just go. Focus, please. Uldric said you could help me.
Ah, the only one young enough to have any sense. And since his mother runs that town now, who am I to argue?
He laughs bitterly.
The villagers and their adventurers hammer and pry at the battery as if they were laying siege to some moldering lord's keep.
He swats the air in front of his face.
But those stones were laid by some of the finest builders ever to have lived. Disciples of Abidan in the truest sense. They will not fall by the whims of any kith. And the door itself, it is infused with living essence.
He holds his hands before him, and his eyes are wide with wonder. So that's why the dwarves disappeared. They got locked out of their own fortress.
Shoulder, I speak into seriousness.
He shakes his head, but amusement tugs at the corners of his eyes.
The Pargrunen of Durgan's battery perished within their own keep, victims of a violent disagreement among their own commandants.
His mouth twists into a wicked grin.
Surely in the village you have heard stories, no? Disappearing caravans, tracks in the snow, screams from the high towers.
He pauses, watching your expression with a raconteur's glee. I have a pretty decent language, and I've never heard of raconteur before. Something I'll have to look up what it means later.
The work of spirits still trapped in the battery, and a testament to those impenetrable walls.
He raps on the mortared stone of his own home.
But the door of the keep, the one the Pargrunen filled with essence, it was made to listen, to recognize its masters.
So I need the door to recognize me.
Traditional Abtapo cultures revolved around language. Words revealed who they were and where they were from. That is why you need a Kandek.
He holds up a twitching finger. Ah, yes, I believe those are anthems of sorts.
That's the simple explanation. A Kandek is a statement of purpose, a declaration of identity. Each is unique to its stronghold.
Ha! Seal your Darfakia words, and any liar can talk his way through. There's nothing built of words that won't break when the slightest stress is applied.
Thus, to enter a fortress like Durgan's battery, you would stand at the gate and recite its Kandek.
He spreads his arms, his face aglow. Oh, rational it is. I don't need the history. I just want to know how to get into Durgan's battery.
Molignaro.
He dismisses you with a flick of his hand.
To learn the Kandek, you must speak with one of the dwarves of Durgan's battery. A shame they are all dead, no?
Rubs his hand together, pacing. Ah, they're all dead. Not a problem for me. I happen to have a watcher who can talk to the dead and stuff.
But no doubt their souls live on in one or two of the villagers of Stalwart. Like fine wine poured into a cheap pot.
Derision curls his lips.
But to identify them, that is the first problem. You would need the skills of an animancer.
I'm a watcher, is that good? The golem swivels her head sharply towards you. Her mask of a face and the glass eyes behind it betray no emotion, but it seems as if she's watching you carefully.
A watcher? The Verus? If this is true, then you could find a soul descendant from Durgan's battery, no question. But the greater difficulty remains.
Galvino rubs his gaunt, whiskered cheeks.
You would have to learn the Cantek from the dormant soul. And to do that, you would have to awaken it.
But this awakening would be permanent, wouldn't it?
Oh, yes. Whoever you awaken will live with the memories and the personality of a past life. Maybe peacefully, maybe not.
His bony shoulders rise in a shrug.
That is why you must pay attention to the soul you would awaken, no? It is a monumental thing to impose on another, but these are the very people who wish to rediscover the White Forge, Verus?
He removes his spectacles and polishes the dirty lenses with his tunic. How would I do that? How would I awaken someone?
An awakening is merely the jolting of a dormant soul into consciousness.
I already knew that, but let's finish the conversation. He makes a bursting motion with his hands, displaying his fingers wide.
When such things happen normally, it is because something has reminded the subject of a past life, often violently so.
He smacks his workbench with surprising vigor. Aloth flinches.
Thus, to awaken one of the former dwarves of Durgan's battery, you will need to address that soul, preferably by name.
He folds his hands together, steepling his fingers.
But show some care. When you examine these souls, whatever it is you watchers do, you may see images, memories.
He leans forward, his back hunched.
These are moments of special import. What you see will tell you much about the person, and perhaps the condition in which they awaken.
He raises his hoary eyebrows and tilts his head back.
Awaken them from a traumatic memory, and who knows? Maybe they awaken thirsty for blood. Or maybe you awaken someone else.
He cackles again. You understand the consequences of an awakening as well as any, Ponzeric. Yet perhaps there's a benefit to the process as well.
Here. This has been tuned to the Aeon of Durgan's battery. Use it near the villagers, and it should tell you if one has a soul old enough to have come from the battery.
He rummages around and produces an unfamiliar device. So the Cantek is all I need?
Who can say? None have yet opened Durgan's battery.
Galvino raises his hands, palms up.
But the ones that came before you, I think they got close. You may wish to find them and see what they discovered.
I found what's left of them, a journal and a tile.
Most interesting.
He adjusts his spectacles as he peers at the tile.
They spent many days at the battery door. This looks like something that once belonged there.
He taps the tile. I see, thanks for your help.
You have much work ahead of you. As do I.
He nods and turns back to his desk.
I'm going with him.
The golem looks between you, her neck turning on its oiled joint.
You? Go to Stalwart? Is this your macabre sense of humor, or has something gone to rust in that beautiful head I crafted?
Galvino stares at her, agape. You're his only company. Don't leave him. Don't make him be alone. Just stay with him.
No one will bother me while I'm with him. Besides, I can help him find people in Stalwart.
The golem's burnished face is eerily impassive.
You haven't been to Stalwart in 13 years. And this watcher sees souls. What help could you be? Besides, I have need of you here. You owe whatever remains of your wicked life to me.
A frown sours on his lips as he taps his chest with a crooked finger. The golem says nothing, but her essence smolders. Resentment rises from her in shimmering waves. She swivels her head to look at you. What's the story between you two?
This charming specimen is a convicted murderer. The Devil of Carrick, she's called.
Mighty fine of you to start with my good qualities, and you wonder why we don't get more visitors.
Killed over a dozen people before they finally caught up to her in Stalwart. Perfect company for lonely camps and mountain passes, no?
He nudges you, all the while grinning wickedly at the motionless golem.
Hey, I know how to start a campfire.
The only reason she's not a frozen corpse is because I convinced the old mayor to let me try an experiment.
A shadow passes over his face. You put a person's soul into a metal body? He leans back, raising his hands.
Into a work of art! Look at this! Craftsmanship worthy of a jeweler.
He traces the scroll work that runs along the golem's jaw.
Fully articulated joints, capable of grasping a pen and writing her own name.
He grabs her hand and delicately bends her tapered fingers.
And of crushing your throat.
She snatches her hand away.
Show me another smith anywhere in the Deerwood who is capable of such delicacy and precision. She is a masterpiece.
Galvino steps back and takes a longer look at her. Why did you build her?
Why build a fortress or a village or anything? To make something that keeps, that...
A disgusted sigh rattles in his throat.
It was the early days of the legacy. My peers in the colleges of Animancy were filling the Hollowborn with the souls of animals.
He pauses, scratching his chin. You're right. By comparison, this sounds perfectly sane, he rolls his eyes.
I thought there was a better way.
He is silent for several seconds, his gaze growing distant.
One with a Plum Academy job back in Salona? Don't forget that part.
He glares at her with narrowed eyes. Why is she called the Devil of Carrick?
She committed her first crime in the village of Carrick. Burned a family alive in their home.
He shrugs.
Did the same thing in half a dozen other villages, but the name stuck.
I take it your experiment didn't go over so well with the rest of the village.
Here we go.
She rolls her eyes, rasping them against their sockets.
They were going to stone her anyway. Why not allow her to be put to some useful purpose?
His lips curl back from yellowing teeth.
My life's ambition. To serve somebody's useful purpose.
I approached Mayor Sinahiod and begged. He saw the potential and allowed me the privilege of attempting my little experiment.
He sneers at the words and the indignity they recall. His shoulders are stooped and his teeth bared.
Then, I accomplished what few animancers have even dreamed of. No academic support, no patron. Just me in the middle of nowhere.
He jabs a finger into his concave chest.
Oh, now you got him all wound up.
I transferred a fully intact soul from a living subject to a fabricated body. She retained her personalities, her memories, all of it.
He claws at the air of one thick-veined hand.
Yet the villagers saw only a stolen corpse.
He throws up his hands. Aren't you afraid she'll murder you?
She may be mad, but she's no fool. She wouldn't survive long on her own. If the villagers didn't send a hunting party after her, the Eremans would claim her. Her joints and mechanisms require maintenance, and she cannot perform all of it herself.
See, he's reminding me. In case I get any bright ideas.
That's all I wanted to know.
She's a fine specimen, her personality notwithstanding.
He waves one hand in a circular motion. The golem says nothing, but her essence smolders. Resentment rises from her in shimmering waves. She swivels her head to look at you. I'd like her to travel with me.
Quay? No. You don't know what you ask.
He shakes his head, waving his hands.
This woman, the Devil of Carrick, she was a notorious murderer. Burned people alive all over the region.
If she's with me, I can control her, though.
Besides, she works for me. After all, I am the one who preserved her.
He straightens his back and looks you up and down, taking your measure. I'll pay you.
She's a valuable assistant, and one I've worked hard to create. I must see payment for her services. I'm sure you understand.
700 copper pans. Deal.
Fine price for a blacksmith striker. Suppose I should be flattered.
And there you have it. A bargain.
New party member, yes. Okay, so who to ditch? Can't ditch those two. Can't ditch my tank. Can't ditch myself. Can't ditch the priest. Aloth it is, I guess.
Farewell.
She's a rogue. Another melee. My entire party's gonna be melee. That's gonna suck. Okay. And there you have it, a bargain. He gives you a sardonic grin.
A moment. You are going back to Stalwart, yes? Perhaps you could do me a favor.
That favor's going to cost you exactly 700 copper pans. Tell me about this favor.
There is a man in the village named Grind, the head fisherman. The rest of Stalwart kisses his feet because he fills their stinking blades with speckleback. But I know he's not as virtuous as he seems.
His face crinkles in vicious glee. Seems like you have a history of Grind.
That self-righteous meddler engineered my eviction from the village. He turned them all against me. Now I want him to feel the scorn of those mush-brained imbeciles.
What exactly do you want me to do to him?
Humiliate him, of course. Show his neighbors what he truly is. And let him live with the disgrace.
He points vaguely in the direction of the village, his thin arms trembling.
He's always been a Ripple sponge addict. Just got good at hiding it once his sainted sister died and left him in charge of the fishery. But he keeps a stash in the fishery, sneaks in at night when the others have gone home, and emerges sluggish and red-eyed a few hours later. I want you to expose him. Go to the fishery after dark when it's empty, find his Ripple sponge, and show it to Renengild.
I see.
Do not answer me now. But when you return to that festering eyesore and smell the stink of fish that hangs in the air, consider what I've said.
He grins.
Your misgivings collect like grime on a doorstep. But think, if this Grind is a fraud,
he does have a point.
He not deserve to be exposed? But be sure to approach the fishery by night, when it's empty. They will give you no end of trouble if they see you stealing during the day.
I had questions about the Devil of Karak.
As must the gods themselves.
He looks to the ceiling and opens his hands. Enough about her. Let's discuss
something
another
else. Quay.
Tell me again about how to awaken someone.
You're the Watcher, so you know better than anyone, Diverus.
That's true.
You must find a sole descendant of one of the dwarves of Durgan's battery. Talk to the villagers, look into their souls, whatever it is you do.
He waves a hand.
When you find such a one, remind the sleeping soul of its old name. Awaken it thus, and it can teach you the Cantek.
I want to know more about the expeditioners who came to you before.
As would I, but there is little to tell. They never gave their names.
He tugs at his whiskers.
But they seem to know more about the battery than the others. Which is unusual, because they did not seem like typical adventurers.
He raises his snowy eyebrows.
Their hands were smooth and marked with ink, not scars. And they traveled light. Unusually so.
He rubs at his chin. What were those constructs I encountered in your workshop?
Other projects, they are none of your concern.
He waves a hand and looks quickly away from you. The villagers don't trust you. Do those constructs have something to do with it? He mutters furiously under his breath, raising his hands to the ceiling.
For years I've been trying to create another like the Devil of Karak. Yet those post-Enagos in Stalwart destroyed my machinery.
His drooping skin trembles in his rage.
Now, I can only create these broken, mindless things. The Devil remains my most perfect creation.
Wait, where have you found the souls to create these other golems?
Smugglers, slavers, fugitives. The kind of riffraff that pass this way. Rarely missed, and good work to keep my little devil busy.
Why do you need more golems?
I can't present the Devil of Karak to the academies, can I? A mad woman and a murderer? No. I need to bring a success to the Republics.
He rubs his hands together, frowning. Never mind.
Something else? Quay.
Farewell.
Okay. Not a sound.
Oh, that counted as stealing. Oops. This appears to be a crude rendering of the mountains surrounding Durgan's battery. So I've got 3 new party members in the DLC so far.
The devil has not scorched you yet, eh? Perfetto.
Margren's fire casts light in dark places.
Uh-huh.
Zawa is ready.
Hey. All right, then.
It's not. He's not accusing me of stealing or anything.
Hey.
Okay. I think I accidentally put a scroll in the stash. I did. Okay, so let's give her some stuff to hold from the other characters. Some traps. What's this? Galvino created this strange device to detect souls that dwelled in Durgan's battery during a previous life. It sends out a pulse of energy. Okay, so that's the thing I have to do in Stalwart to find people. Okay, so let's she uses heavy armor. A rogue that uses heavy armor. Interesting. Let's include some traps. And include this. She uses a spear, but we're not going to let her keep using a spear. Let's see if she has any inherent ability with any specific weapon type. She's immune to Dominated Charms Confused because she's a robot. That's great. That'll help. But she's not specific to any specific weapon type, so she's probably gonna. I'm probably gonna steer her towards stilettos and daggers. I also, since I'm in a full melee group, I want to redesign my custom. Let's do melee like that. Actually, we'll put him there. So it'll be like that. So that way the melees are all on an equal footing. No, let's not do that. We're going to keep his range is really long, his melee range. We're going to put tank in the middle and put them on the sides so that they can flank easier, and then him right behind the tank. Let's see how that looks. Kind of like a T without an extra person right there. Okay, so I think I've finished exploring everywhere here. Everything looks explored. There was a quest item or a key. Okay, let's go ahead and level up the Devil of Karak. Wait, before we level her up, let's find her weapons first. So we're gonna sort weapons by high to low value, because all the good the higher the weapon, probably the better the value. So we're looking for roguelike weapons, daggers. Maybe rapiers, but probably just daggers. There's a dagger. Hatchet. Stiletto, that was the one I was thinking of. Okay, so, and she uses heavy armor. So, heavy armor, there's one option. There's two options. Three options. Okay, so three options for heavy. We'll come back for the rest. So daggers, let's see. Let's compare the weapons. (14 to 20, 13 to 18, 11 to 17. So this one's leading. 5 accuracy, 10% of hits convert to crits, 25 corrode damage, 5 accuracy against vessel, 25 damage against vessel. It's already at the exceptional level, but superb is even higher. This one isn't enchanted at all. Well, as far as superb, exceptional, etc. 5 accuracy, 25% damage inflicted over time. 3 damage reduction bypass, 20% of damage restored as endurance. So it's a kind of like a self-heal. I'm inclined to just do the 2 daggers. I think I will do that. So the stiletto can go back in. This one first, this one second. Devil of Karak's body. Let me just look at what happens if I enchant it. Does it have any special enchant abilities? No. Which is the best heavy armor is the question now. Exceptional, exceptional, fine. +1 move speed, which would be good for a rogue. Deflection against ranged attacks, 1 constitution, 3 damage reduction. Grants various abilities that I'll probably never remember to use. -1 move speed. Okay, so this one's out. Retaliation. 6 to 10 pierce damage. +2 resolve. I kind of like our Becker. Now the question is, will it let me equip it? No, it will not, so it's a moot point. Okay, let's level her up. Athletics. Okay, definitely want some athletics. Lore I don't care about. Mechanics, yes. Stealth, yes. So let's do stealth, athletics, mechanics. Obviously backstab. Let's see, crippling strike. Hobbling any enemy effect hit. Causes the rogue to dive into battle without second thought. Escape. Dirty fighting. Dirty fighting it is. Increase stealth and athletics. Okay, so vicious fighting modifies dirty fighting. 10% hit. Shadow beyond. Vicious fighting it is. And we want to do one more stealth. Finishing blow's not bad. Let's do deep wounds. More damage over time. Stealth. Let's do shadowing beyond. Mechanics. Let's do another mechanics. Finishing blow might not be too bad. But that's only 2 per rest. Repose may not be too bad. Adept invasion might not be too bad. Persistent. Okay, so it's between the... Let's go Repose. Offensive. Let's find where daggers are. Where do the daggers live? Okay. That's where the daggers live. Rogue abilities. Let's do adept invasion. Evasion. Let me just make sure that's the best option. Yeah. Let's do 2 weapon style since she's dual wielding. Let's do another stealth. Crippling strike, reckless assault, escape, withering strike, death blows, Fearsome Strike, Smoke Cloud, Persistent Distraction. Let's do a Persistent Distraction. And let's do one in Stealth. What's Dangerous Implement? Interrupting Blows, I always like having. Yeah, let's do Interrupting Blows. Let's do 10 in Mechanics. Sap. Let's do Death Blows. Let's do Mechanics. Let's do Bloody Slaughter. That'll help against low damage or low endurance characters. Let's do Shadow Step, maybe. 1 per encounter. Yeah, let's do Shadow Step.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Whew, good thing I sold most of my jewelry.
Wait a second, wasn't there another campfire here somewhere? I must have used it. I do have to talk to the new character just to exhaust the conversation stuff. But I'm probably going to save that for the next stream. I've streamed longer than I expected to, by about an hour. So I'm going to have to wrap it up so I can get some sleep for work tomorrow. So what we have left to do is we have to finish exploring this area. And then we're going to start exploring the left-hand side. First, let's do a campfire. Okay, I'm going to have to do survival, at least 1 for her, just so she gets something in here. Because that's going to bug the ever-loving crap out of me. Did I make sure to give her... Oh, plus I have to finish equipping her stuff. She doesn't have anything else. But I think we'll do that tomorrow. Let's go ahead and save the game. I'm going to call that a stream. I appreciate the raids from both Bacon Bite and Tipsy Flipper. People that stopped by to watch from the raids, not from the raids, I appreciate it. Those who followed, thank you again. And I am going to call the stream there, and I think I just saved twice in a row. I'm getting old. My mind does not work like it should. Y'all have a good evening. I'm going to call that a stream. I'll be back tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Same time as usual during the week. You can see my schedule on my Twitch page. I may take the night off Pillars of Eternity and go ahead and play Hollow Knight tomorrow. I haven't decided that for sure because I'm making such good progress at Pillars of Eternity. But y'all have a good night. Pons Eric's checking out for the evening. See ya.